Yes, yes, yes. It's that special time again. It's the Daily Shred, and I'm your host, James Patrick. I'm here to just have fun with you on Friday. I spend all week, folks, cultivating the finest educational resources and lesson plans for my dearest Slam Academy fam. The students at Slam getting the best French cuisine of music education. But sometimes, folks, sometimes I like to grab a rusty shovel and just dig a trench in my driveway and fill it with chicken manure and maybe pour some beer on there and some gasoline and light it on fire. That's the Daily Shred. So it's Friday at 6 p.m. You guys are cool for coming through. I'd like to thank Dumpling for being here, keeping me company, one of my best buds, and also just everyone else who's here for being awesome. Today I have a kind of special, unique little plan in mind. What I really want to do this week to really get wicked is I want to look at some tracks, some kind of techno house related stuff I've been working on. I don't know, like oftentimes in this Daily Shred, I get down and make something brand new, where I'll just like say, what's going to happen today? Let's turn some knobs. But I think for a little while today, I want to take a look at a couple more like kind of arranged tunes and see what we can do to make them a little more exciting. And then for a bonus round, right towards the end of class, we're going to open up some Live 11 stuff because I've been playing hardcore with the Dylan Baston nature-inspired collection, as well as some of the stuff from his Gumroad. So if you're not familiar with Dylan Baston, he is a weirdo in Berlin who made a bunch of devices for Live 11. So I'm not sure if you out there in the chat ski or people who are watching have already installed Live 11. If you have, this will be exciting. And if you haven't, this will be exciting as far as you wanting to install Live 11, because these new devices are insanely tight. I want to say what up to Boodlezoid, always such a big supporter in the chat. Dude, you're always keeping me company and keeping all of us company. I see you, and we can't wait to have you in the squadron over here in real life. But meanwhile, you should definitely check out our flagship online programs. I think a lot of people who know they're going to take an in-person class as soon as COVID is over sign up for a $100 a month subscription into our sound design or our Ableton courses or music theory, and then you can actually still make music with us without having to like wait until COVID is over, because that's scary. But meanwhile, let's get into it. I'm gonna do a little sound check here. Give me a word in the chat how my microphone sounds, if everything feels good. Seems like everything's pretty couth. And I'm gonna go ahead and just hit play on this. Let's listen to this track. So we had a session about 3 or 4 weeks ago where I listened to all the new tracks off my new 12-inch EP coming up. And I'm excited about that. But we had like some weird streaming issues where there was like drop frames and stuff. It was like 20 below zero. I swear to God, the internet was just being weird. So we're going to kind of recap some of that stuff. Hopefully some of our house and techno fans in the Slam Academy community will come through to check this out. But meanwhile, this is a sampled track that, I say sampled, basically like I took a James Brown song and chopped it up into a billion little tiny grains and then made some beats over it. So let's just hit play on this. And big ups to everyone out there. Daily Shred, James Patrick, Slam Academy. You, freedom, life. Let's go. Oh, hold up now. It looks like I'm watching my stream and I don't see it. Oh, I see one little click I got to fire off. This is why you keep an eye on things and why you keep that brain sharp. I know you can hear that. Some house music. So, this track is, I don't know, pretty much done, I guess. So, had some cool questions in the chat. Someone asked, Furbly. I'm not sure what genre this is. I'm from the Midwest, so a lot of people associate house music with like bass and synthesizers and shit. Real house music is made with humans, like human samples and disco cuts and disco edits and adding drum machines to that. And so this is kind of where this is coming from. This is definitely got some bass and some synthesizers, but the raw inspiration was just a James Brown loop. And the way that I made that, I usually what I'll do if I'm looking for inspiration on a new track, I'll go ahead and find a cool. Oh, nice. I will show you the kick. Dude, you're going to be bored with the kick. It's not that exciting, Dalton. But what I'll do when it's time to make a new little funky jam is I'll grab a loop that I think is cool. In this case, this is James Brown, The Payback. It's just like maybe a couple bars of The Payback, which is a great James Brown tune. And I'll drop it in the sampler and put it in slicing mode. And then I don't know what fidget house is, and I'm gonna hopefully never know. But having this simpler on the slicing mode allows me to just hack around on the push and find the little rhythm of cuts, and then what I'll do is just add a drum machine. Next thing you know, I'm going off. I mean, it's this vocal cuts, which are the James Brown track right here. And then I add another layer of it up here. And like here it is with the other one. Here's the kick. Then you add the other drums and bass and shit. Oh, dude, what's up, Rick Rissy, my bud? So let's bring in the whole mix. And then this lead, though, right here. So this lead, sometimes, I'll just have inspiration with melodies. Like usually, like I'm not really a big like chords jazz guy. I mean, I love jazz, but I'm not like Mr. Music Theory. But I was just like feeling, dude, I can hear it right now. It's like da 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 da. And then I was punching the notes in, and I quickly realized those notes I was hearing, they were not in the key of the song. And so a thing I had to do to make this really cool is I had to say, fuck the key of the song. And I just put in the notes that my memory, my ears were telling me to play. And that's kind of what makes it cool. Because what I did was I first transposed it into the right key, where I looked at the chords and all the other melodic information, and I put that lead and into the right key. And guess what? It sounded basic. And then I moved it back into how I was hearing. Da, 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 da. It's kind of this chromatic. I mean, because look, it's like half step, half step, half step, half step. No mode is that way. There's no musical Western mode that's like 4 half steps in a row or 3. So, but that's what my ears were telling me. And so I just had to listen to God. I know. So I know my dude Dumpling was telling me I got to just have it just be those elements. That kind of happens in the beginning. I mean, over here. Hold up. But then it happens over here too. I know. I love that minimal groove. What's up? I have an idea. The kid wants no shakers or hats, huh? Okay. That's a good idea. All right. let's think about that for a second. So I had this idea where I would take the James Brown bus. Hold on, because we'll play this. It could even be before this drop. Yeah, let's really focus in on this breakdown kind of section right here. So here we're in this groove here. So we're gonna get molecular on this shit. First of all, I want to take this JB's track, guys. Hello, Jennifer. We're getting funky. We're working on a house track. Look, we got this soloed section right here. It's just James Brown, you know, whatever. I love you. I'm gonna take this JB's loop. And I want to play around with the spectral resonator, the Ableton Live 11 shit. Because I know a couple of you nerds in the chat, especially I know Dalton Breitzman and Joe Woodling. You guys are just hardcore pros, and I want to make sure to not be getting too basic on you. I don't want to be too basic. So here's our sound. You know, we were just working on this thing. I mean, this part is so cool. Maybe we should have no drums and shit for this part, like at all. Like right here. So let's move into this groove and see what it's like. Hold on. So we're going from right here. We'll take it from 49. Yeah. So let's go ahead and just try no drums here. Like, I ain't scared. You know, we'll maybe just hit 0. Definitely. Good call, guys. And no percussion either. Look, we're going to remove all this percussion here in this section. And we're just going to have James Brown cut-ups and the bass. How about that? What's up? So that shit is dank. And while that is happening, we're going to grab the spectral resonator, okay? Okay. So big ups to my friends in the chat. Jennifer, thanks for coming through. Furbly, you got to hit us up, dude. Slam Academy, you know what's up on the Slam situation. You know, I'm just going to type my little secret code here into the chat so you can know all about us. Did I fuck that up? Yeah. Hit us up, Furbly, trying to figure this out. I mean, this is a random sketch. I mean, we make beats like this all day. So you want to make some funky shit? Let's do it. So here we go. Let's put the spectral resonator on that vocal. We're only on the vocal track now. More. It's like a vocoder, dude. Oh. Oh my God. So you know what we got to do with this? We got to key track it. So instead of doing pitch, we can put it in notes and then we can just tell it which note, which would be a good start. But what would be much more classy is if we put it in MIDI mode and then sidechained it from our bass line. So let's go to that wavetable synth, which is our bass. In case you can't hear it, which I know you can. Listen to this. Yeah, I use MIDI from the bass for the input for the resonator. Here's our bass. The bass line is funky as all shit. But let's go to this JB's track. What about this? Oh yeah. See, I put it in MIDI mode and then I put it on wavetable post effects. So it's the spectral resonator that's on the James Brown vocal is pitch tracking the bass line. Just like the Corpus, you know, the famous MIDI effect or audio effect in Ableton that can sidechain MIDI, the spectral resonator can too. So listen to this, I mean, for real. I mean, we can bring in the bass and we're going to make this sound really fucking cool. They're harmonizing. Dude, 1 octave, 12? I don't know. Listen to that. Let's put it in stereo. What the fuck? Yeah, that resonator key tracking the bass is awesome. Let's try some of these other modes. Oh, the granular mode. Listen to that. Okay, more of this. Turn up the sound. Oh, hold on. This is not what we're doing in the track, but listen to how cool that shit is. Like, whatever, you guys. Look at this shit. I can tame down the high frequencies. Oh my god, listen to this filter cutoff in here. Dude, I'm killing it right now. So awesome. Oh my god. So this is only in one voice row, and I don't really feel like the granular mode is what we want for this track, because it's like all sprinkly, and I don't really want sprinkles right now. But no, these are a few of my favorite things. When the spectrum resonates, and you key track, and you pitch shift grains. Singing into my microphone on the daily shred feels good. Let's get back to this now. We're going to solo this fucking track. I'm going to stop singing. So this is granular. We turn the voice count up. I mean, what's going to happen? It's going to be insane. Oh, dude, what? So hold on. Let's turn the input send down. I think so. I'm only tracking a mono signal, so I'm going to put this back in mono because the bass line is doot 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 doot. It's just one note, so let's just keep it there. Let's try this different mode. So I'll go back to chorus. Turn that sound up. It's like a fucking vocoder on my James Brown sample. Wow, huh? Wow. Okay. And I like that device. That thing is cool. The unison is turned up, unison amount. I mean, I like it. It's a really cool device. It's not really the sound that I'm going for. So instead of deleting it, I'm just going to turn it off. And I want to take a look at a new Live 10 device, a brand new Live 10 device, Vector Delay, as in a brand new Live 11 device. It's part of the Nature Inspired collection by Dylan Baston. I mentioned this guy earlier in the chat before a few of you guys showed up. I had coffee with this guy earlier this week, COVID coffee, aka a Zoom meeting in the morning. And we talked about all of his Nature Inspired devices, and they are fucking awesome. And like all three of the Vector devices in the Nature Inspired collection, Vector FM, Vector Delay, and Vector Grains, which are all just insane. The Vector Delay here allows you to use this kind of 2D LFO as a modulator to control all sorts of shit. And so let's go back to the vocal by itself. So if I turn the mix up, we'll really hear it. We can turn the speed up on this modulator. Yeah, the Nature Inspired collection is so awesome. So the scale here is how far away from center it will go. If I bring the scale down, it'll get nice and tight. But I want lots of modulation right now. Let's move that fucker around. Now we have kind of combining sine waves. Let's go up to the top little display tab here. And now in these 5 knobs, these are really the 5 most important. These decide what is this thing doing. So right now, left and right is pan, the x-axis. We'll crank that up. That's cool. So we're getting cool panorama. And then we can, I mean, our filter cutoff is the y-axis. Maybe we should do like delay time. I'm gonna slow it down. Let's try fully wet so we can really hear this. Let's turn the voice count up. I need more of those balls. I need more balls. Like now. What is this ball doing stuck here? That's a graphical glitch. There we go. Yeah, now we're getting trippy in our breakdown. Because remember, guys, we're in the breakdown section. Let's back it up a little bit. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off vector delay. Barry White wants more cowbell. I'm sorry, Barry, not tonight. But I'm going to turn off this vector delay track, the device, and then I'm going to right-click on the power switch. This is a pro tip for you intermediate level live users. You can put an effect on a sound and then turn it off with the power switch and then right-click on the power switch and say show automation. And now you can just go to the section of the song where you want that to happen. I can hold option and use a little two-fingered slide and say, yeah, delay kicks in right here. Dope. So let's go back here now. Take it out of solo and just drop the funky beat. Here we go, vector delay zone. Filter frequency on the 45-degree angle. Let's do that. Let's bring that filter down a little bit. Yes. Ball speed is gain. I don't know. We need a little more kind of flangery effect on this. So I'm going to go to the delay time. And instead of having it on quarter notes, I'm going to put it on like 100 milliseconds or 80. Turn that feedback up, dog. Starting to come together. I turned that delay time down to like a couple hundred milliseconds and then crank the feedback up and I got a little more flanger effect. That's kind of cool. Look, I can change the fucking key that this thing is in if I want. I'm not going to do that right now, but I can also put it in reverse delay. I'm going to put ladder filter on. This gives it more of like an analog kind of Moog style sounding filter. And then I'm going to take that ball. This is one of my favorite tricks. Take the density of the balls. They call it something else. They don't call it density. I don't remember. But let's try time on that one. And then we can go to the particles itself. And this is the mass, they call it. I'm going to randomize that. Let's see how that sounds. Here we go. Vector delay. Whoa! Cool. Let's go ahead and add a tractor. I kind of want it to be higher frequency cutoff and brighter, so I'm going to put this up in the upper right, and I can increase the strength of the attractor. And now look, they're getting stuck around here. And I can even make this ball move around, dudes. Look at this shit. So this position is going to decide, you know, the dimension of all the balls. A really fun trick I've been playing around with is grabbing a little Max for Live LFO. Hey, you nerds in the room, Glaven, gonna glavenate this situation. I'm gonna not put that one on there. I'm gonna grab a Live 10 LFO. And I'm gonna put this in random mode. This is just be a random modulator, and I'll turn up the speed so it's just kind of going all over the fucking place. And I'm gonna turn the smoothing up. So now it's just kind of a squiggly squabbler. And now watch, I can go to the X and Y position of this attractor. Dude. Dumpling, I hope you're paying attention, baby girl. So look, I'm going to hit map on my random LFO and say X-axis. And then I'm going to grab this LFO and I'm going to duplicate it. name another random. So now it's a totally unrelated random signal I'm going to put in the Y. And that's going to give my position all sorts of randomness. And in fact, I'm going to slow those down a touch just to give it a little more. Yeah, look at that. Maybe our depth is just a tad hot. Yeah. What fun. So we're controlling with these random LFOs the position of the attractor. And here's the strength. If we turn it up, they're going to be stuck to it. If you turn the strength down, they're going to kind of follow it. And then it's all based on the velocity. If you have velocity turned down, they don't move that much. Look, they're chasing it around. It's all slow. Come on. Let's listen to that. So now we have kind of smeary delays that are slow. Let's speed them up a little more. There we go. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. So let's drop the beat now again. I know you kids are just like, drop the beat, motherfucker. We go vector delay, ready? You know, damn. As I'm listening to this now that we have this dope effects and shit having in here, I want this breakdown to be longer because right now it's only 8 bars. I'll show you guys a little basic Ableton trick. We have an 8-bar breakdown and then the beat drops. Man, there's one thing you don't want to do with real house music or techno is have a big breakdown and a build because that's EDM talk. That's corny. But if you're just playing around and you're like, let's do it, you can grab a section of time and hit Shift Command D, and that's going to duplicate the whole time. Now we have twice as long for the breakdown, and now I can do something tasty like this. Let's grab all 3 of these delay devices and group them, into one rack, and we could even make a macro. We could automate the macro. So I was thinking like, alien robot gibberish. You're an alien robot. Let's grab filter cutoff and put that on a macro. That'll be a cool one to control over the course of the breakdown. And then we should also grab like, that might be just a good start. Let me turn the Q up a little bit, give it a little more squeak. Okay, let's just start with the filter tone, baby girl. Let's go ahead and just write, we're going to grab this whole section and we'll even control click and make a little basic shape, little saw wave situation, beige. And now I can turn this up. Oh, boogies. Look at that. And now I can hold option again and make a little curvy poo. Let's see how this feels to you kiddos. Can I get a cosine in the chat about any of this? Longer breakdown, filter, sweep? I don't know, let's try it. Here we go, vector delay. Move that filter cutoff up. A little more res, maybe. Slow those down a little bit. Oh my god. This is a drop. Yeah, dude. So that's a good start. I really like the 16 bar build up and break. That's nice. And it feels like a build with this delay going all fucking crazy. I think we should keep it in for a little longer. So let's show automation and not have it cut out right at the drop, but let it play for a while. And then we'll have the mix go down slowly. I mean, maybe not that slowly. I don't know. It sounds cool in there. God damn. that kick drum a little more beef. I'm going to grab an overdrive. I'm going to show off one of my favorite kick drum tricks. Yeah, listen to that kick now. Ah! You know, my only complaint here is in this section, the James Brown vocals are a little too quiet. I think it's because, let's take a look. Where did we leave off on this? I think there's got to be a point when the shit hits the fan, when the whole rack turns off. So we've got this vector delay random modulator rack from the breakdown. I'm going to go to show automation on the power switch. And at the end of this like trippy lead, we're going to turn that thing off. So it's going to be Drive James Brown again right here. More. Three compressors, is that enough? Let's get a saturator on the end of that whole thing. Cool. So that's all sounding pretty damn good. I'm so glad we extended that breakdown, you guys. These are like final decisions I'm making literally before we press this thing. We've already pressed one dub plate of this to test it out with the 8-bar breakdown, but I really like the 16-bar breakdown. Let's listen to that one more time. I think we should take it just from the top of the tambo section. It's Friday. You know, tambourines. Let's actually just take it from the total top. And what we're going to look at when we do this time is a couple people in the chat were asking about the kick drum. One person on Facebook and one person on Twitch. I can't remember. Of course, how could I forget my boy? I'm scrolling up through the chat here. Dalton. Dalton, are you out there, baby? Dalton asked about the kick drum. I got a couple techniques for the kick drum I want to show you. One thing that I adopted from another person in the chat named Joe Woodling, aka Dumpling. And what he does, he always starts the track off with a kick that's more like tight. And then when the drop hits, he lets the kick get more full. So the way that I did that was I went to the sampler and the kick drum. This is just some basic 808 shit. And I automated the sustain and the decay at different parts. So in the beginning, it's kind of more like, And then when the drop hits, it's more like, doo, doo. So let's take it from the top and listen to the kick drum. You know? Happy Friday, y'all. You're watching The Daily Shred. My name is James Patrick, and there's nothing I love more than making some music with except for my kids, but aside from them, I love this. So let's get with it. That kick drum. It's feeling pretty tasty. So we got to take a second to look at the kick because I just wanted to show off a couple critical house music kick drum techniques that I do all the time. One thing is I usually start my beat in a drum machine. You know, you got your drum rack. And you're making things in a drum rack, you know, it's like drums. And you got your notes and there are hi-hats and kick drums and shit, and you're punching them in, and that's all cool. But eventually, when it's time to really produce the fucking thing, if your kick drum in house music, which is such an important member of the band, is like coming through the same compressors that all the other drums are, the kick hits and then all the hi-hats and everything get all compressed because the kick is so big and so important. So what I do is I make a new audio track. Pew. And I just route the audio into that new audio track from the kick and I put it in input monitor mode. Then I can just hear the kick by itself. You know, and then I can go to the actual drum machine where the kick drum is and I mute it. So on this track, it's all the drums except for the kick, which is good, and then all the kick drum. So that ends up making these two together sound much better because the kick is not causing the cymbals to get compressed when it hits. So the shimmer of the ride cymbal and then the hi-hats and everything are like free flowing, and they don't care about the kick drum getting all compressed and shit. The other thing that I do is I always put a little high pass filter on all my bass sounds, because if you don't do that, all your low end sounds are going to take up all your headroom and your song is going to be quiet and muddy. So you got to cut that low. And then I almost always do some sort of saturation and distortion combination after that on the kick. So like, listen to this wimpy ass kick drum without that. Hey, it's Little Johnny's first beat. Okay, we're gonna see if it flies, and then we're gonna be like, no, dude, put a saturator on there. Much better. The drum bus, the beloved drum bus, Live 10 effect, which is just amazing. Yes. Notice my drum bus settings. Keep all these turned off except for a little drive. And by default, the dampening is turned down. I like it nice and bright. So turn that thing up, maybe back the transients off a little bit. This will make it give it a little more body. And then last but not least, this is my like effects pedal technique I do when I want a kick drum to really fucking slam. What I'll do is I'll take the filter, because here's what the overdrive sounds like by default. It's actually pretty great, but not what I'm going for. It's like, this is some hard style shit. How about this? You like that? So what I do is I take the filter and I make it nice and dark. I pull that dry wet mix way back. I don't know, 20, something like that. And I'll turn the decay down, or the drive down. Listen to this AB. Click, click, click. Ooh, there's so much more body in there, right? You can use the tone. I usually tame that a little bit too. A little more harmonics in here. It's a great little kick drum shaper, especially when it's in parallel, like the dry wet mix way back. Yeah, let's try it now all in the mix. You know what I'm saying? That kick drum channel is just so nice. Pull that kick drum out of your drum machine, mute it, route it to another audio track, and give it some of this high pass filter or saturation shit. That's going to give you the boom boom. Happy Friday, y'all. It's the Daily Shred. Now hold on. I didn't want to loop there, girl. We're going to pick it up right there. Turn the loop brace off. That's where we left off. Sorry about that. Ooh. It's all backwards. Yeah, baby. That boom boom. Here comes our cool breakdown we just made with our cool JB Vox vector delay. Here we go. The Live 11 vector delay on our vocals for the breakdown. Turn that gain up. Nope, less of that. Back off on that resonance shit. Gonna need some compressor on there too, huh? Oh. Okay, that's cool, but we got to refine that a little bit, gang. So first of all, the compressor is going to help kind of sequester some of those voltagios. They're definitely hot. But I also noticed that, you know, one thing I hate about randomization, make Academy smart again, make America smart again. My hat is a diss verbally on Donald Trump. So if you like Donald Trump, that's cool. We can still make music together. I personally, he's not my favorite person. So what we're going to do, let's get back to the magic here. I've got this loop. I made a loop over here where nothing is happening. And I think what I need to do is I need to resample some vocals. I'm going to go ahead, because I've got this vocal track. It's really cool. Let's see that shit. Actually, you know what? I got to put the loop brace right over that section right here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm about to get weird. You guys like getting weird? Pretty sure you do. I'm going to hit Command T to make a new audio track, and then Option Command I to show the I/O section. And I'm going to call this Vox Resample. And then on the track, I'm going to take audio from the JBs. So now if I arm this to record in off monitor mode, I'll be able just to sample whatever the fuck is going on over here, which will be cool. The reason why this is good, because if you guys were here earlier in the Hangout, we took some random LFOs and moved around our attractor. Like, watch the attractor move around this little white box. It's getting influenced by it's such this random shit in our vector delay. Vector delay, new device in the Inspired by Nature bundle, Live 11. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some recordings. So with my new audio track arm to record, I'm going to hit go, and I might even just sample or solo this track with the drums so I can just like hear it more clearly. Here we go. So we're getting some takes now. Now let's take a look at this JB's master track, because there's definitely some shit going on over here that gets a little loud. I don't really want that cue to get so hot. I'm going to turn automation off. That was pretty cool, actually. I like that. Let's see what we can do about tone control, or maybe some reverse. How about some reverse in the build-up? I can hit Shift Option U to show my takes. And these are all takes I'm grabbing. Yes. Here comes a new one. New one we're going to do recycle. I was warned by Dylan, who made this device, that recycle taxes the CPU really hard. Oh, dude. Do not turn that feedback up so hot. I really loved how that reverse shit sounded, though. That was cool. Well, let's see what we can put together here out of that combo. So I'm now going to go back and unsolo this JB's track. And in fact, I'm going to go to that section where we just resampled, and I'm going to hit the mute switch. So I'm going to right click on my mute switch and show automation, and I'm just going to turn these off. So now once the breakdown hits, we're going to be listening to the audio recording. And again, if I hit Shift Option U, Shift Option U, show take lanes. Hold the phone, jabron. Here's my resampled track. Let's go back a little bit. These are my resampled loops. I just grabbed them all. Cool. So we got some resampled loops. We go here to the audio track and we show the take lanes. You know, admittedly, I'm not sure why I don't see show take lanes. Link tracks, unlinked tracks, that's all cool, Live 11 shit. Where'd my take lanes go? Gotta get out of editing mode. There we go. Ah, if you hit A to go to automation mode, you can't see your friggin' takes. There we go. There's our takes. I got a little confused. So I was really liking the way this beginning one sounded. Let's listen to it by itself. So that beginning part is cool. Let's see what's going on in this take. Wait, from the top. That one's a little loud in the beginning. Yeah, that's cool. So maybe what we'll do is we'll take this section and move this over to part B. Oh yeah, baby. And now we get a chance to comp some of this together. So I think in the beginning we want the tame, mellow little booger. And then we'll switch over to this vocoder situation with this one too. And then go down to these guys. So if we take this out of solo mode for the take, we'll be able to see which ones we chose. And maybe this part looks loud and cool, and let's maybe let that one play and then go down to this guy. Look at how dope this comping shit is. Let's listen to this now. We'll solo this track. We'll take it out of solo, fuck it. So these are resamples of our random vocal grain delay shit that we made earlier today. Yeah, that sounds good. Here comes some loud shit. Let's let that play for a little longer. Ooh, no, I like this one. Hold on, this part is cool. Look at how we're just kind of assembling these parts. Hi, James, in the chat. Thanks for coming through. One thing that's really cool I realized the other day is once you have your composite lane all put together, you know, like this guy, you can hit Shift Command U and fold it up. Then you can start doing your crossfades between your composites. Oh my God. So look at this. This is cool, but now I'm fading between them, which is extremely tasty. Yes, crossfade between your comp takes. Especially for like sound design shit, this is really dope. Yeah, like that? Fuck yeah, dude. Crossfades into the new take. Listen to the vocal track here. So we just got the audio playing now. This is okay. Got a little bit of a build there. So that's actually feeling much better. So let's squeeze that a little bit with a compressor. A little more compression, baby. Those things are so fucking quiet. Let's grab those and just highlight across them and hit Shift Tab, and we can grab this gain and just pump. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, see, I pumped those tracks up. Now my compressor's getting completely beat up. So we got to mellow out on that compressor. So one thing about changing the clip volume is it's going to change the gain staging in your compressor. So that can be weird. Goes main view and turn this output volume up. Yeah, dude. There we go. So that was a good start. I mean, you know, we got into automating and tweaking this random grain delay thing, which is really fun, but it also ended up getting pretty dense. So then I was like, let's control some of that by recording it a little bit. And we got to use Live 11's new takes lane for resampling and comping together our favorite parts. That shit is cool. So I like how it sounds. I still feel like it needs to be refined quite a bit more. But let's just take it from the top one more time. Dude. Yeah, I muted myself. Thanks in the chat. God. I ran off for 1 sec and turned off my mic, so thanks for the heads up, chat. So we're listening to the live one now again, no more of the audio one. Yeah, something about it's cooler live. I'll have to figure out. I'm going to resample that a few more times and find the right balance. Here's that lead again. This lead. Look at this shit right here. Louder. Turn that lead up. Let's loop this for a little while. Compressors. I'm going to put the delay on the end of the chain. Raver shit going on right there. Raver shit. I gotta look at this last section real quick. Notice there was a little bit of hard pan on this vocal sample here real quick. This James Brown track. Hold on, right here. Nice. Yeah, I can see how hard pan left one of those little boogers is in that James Brown song. We gotta look at that. I might try a utility effect with a little less width. I could also just pan the whole thing to the right a tiny bit. Yeah, less width. That's so much less sexy sounding. Tiny bit less width. That's cool. Let's put a compressor on now. Why not? control now. Take from the top, girls. Jake Harris, what's up, Jake Harris? Taking us from the top. So you're at the top of this track. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm going to wrap it up quick. I'd like to thank Shutter Rhythm, Jake Harris, Boodlezoid, Ferbly, Joe Woodling, Dumpling, also Barry White, fucking awesome. Jennifer Bertoli coming through. So awesome to see you guys. I've got a 12-inch vinyl coming up. It's all house and techno. And this is the A2 track, like the inside cut on the A side of the record. Yeah, I was turning those vocals up. I'm turning down a little bit. Yeah. It'll be available on digital. The label is called Legwork Music. We've been working on this breakdown tonight. Kind of messing the vocals up. Sounding pretty cool. A little more feedback. I don't like that noisy shit in there. That noisy shit is no good. Yeah, the saturator gets a little overworked, so... Oh. Okay, hold on. My dude Jake says he likes the spectral resonator more, huh? Let's go back to that breakdown, okay? Let's try that spectral resonator, okay? This thing. This is grains and shit, though. You know what we should do is, first of all, take the saturator that was causing all that clipping and get rid of that fucking thing. And just have a little gentle kind of normie compression on there, nothing too cray-cray. Well, 2 or 3 to 1. Yeah, thank you, Jennifer Shutter Rhythm, for coming through. It's so awesome. I mean, I just love the Daily Shred. You know, I'm sad about COVID, but forcing Slam Academy to get out of the studio and actually stream what we're doing. Yeah, I'm taming the granulator shit, and we're going to see. I've got it in, let's try it in just regular mode, plus an octave. Let's see what we can't do. Maybe what we'll do is we got a dry wet mix here. Let's right click on this and show some automation, and we can mix in that spectral cray. So we'll have it on no wet mix, and then bring it in really hard on the second half. Okay, let's try that now. This part is cool. This is good. Now we'll bring in a little touch, tasty, and a little more here. So one thing, we have it MIDI side chaining from the bass line, and that's cool, but it's kind of annoying. I don't really want it to be making a melody. So I'm going to take a look at that bass and fold the clip up. C sharp. That's C sharp. What a weird fucking thing. C sharp, D, E. So C sharp minor? I didn't even realize this was in that key. So let's go ahead and let's take that granulator shit, and instead of side chaining it from MIDI, we're just going to put it on C sharp. And look, it's funny how we had it on C sharp. Pull the dry wet mix back a tad. Dude, I like this Jake situation. I'm getting some really good tips. Let's take it. Yeah, we'll put a little curve on here. Curvage. Oh my God. See, now we're getting somewhere. This guy likes dubstep. Jake Harris is a dubstep guy. I can tell because he's pushing me into making the like weirdest shit I've ever heard. That's cool though. Let's grab that. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. It wasn't an insult. It was a compliment. But look, I'm going to take that high frequency dampening and we'll make that thing go up too. So I'm going to make a shape out of that, dog. A little Ramsky. And then we're going to go down in here and make this do that there. Come here. Don't take it personally. You know me, Jake Harris. Oh, Jake Harris. Is that Jake? Moved to Colorado, make some house music with my boy? Yeah. Jake, what's up, dude? It's good to see you. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, though, like as my man would say. So let's go ahead and just take this pitch, too, and let's just fuck this pitch. Okay, no, not changing the pitch. Damn. Do we need to be on C2? Maybe that's what we need. Let's try C2 and C sharp 2 or 3. Let's make that thing a little more bright. Let's try that. Okay. Come on, bud. Jake, dude, how about was the last time I saw you in person? It's been at least a year or two. You know what this short-term memory has been through? Here we go, move it. Yeah, so this is cool. I think I need to choose some intervals in there that are going to really work. So let's go to this pitch knob. And this is where we get into the really dorky music theory shit, which I hate. But so from C sharp, we'd want to go up to E. And then from E, we'd want to go up probably to F sharp. Damn. So when your resolution, you can option 2-fingered slide, then you'll get a little better resolution. There's our F sharp. So because we were in C sharp minor, E, F sharp, and then let's go wonky. Let's try that one more time. And I gotta go, you guys. Leave me alone. I like that. It's a little less decay. And we'll have this thing automate upwards too. Wait, hold on. Did you see that? Okay, Jake. See, winning. Jake Harris gets a gold medal. So listen to how that resonator comes through. I chose a couple key notes, keys. Let's. Ooh, don't do that, girl. Let's try this. Oh, now this thing's got to be off, though. Hold up. Oh, our grand. See, it's cool sounding. Hold the phone. Oh, man. Jake, what have you done to me? So we're having none of that. We're gonna bring it in right here. And maybe some of this around here, because I like that spectral resonator. This shit is cool. Like this. Oh! That C2 in there is dope as fuck, Jake. You're awesome, my man. Bring in that resonator now, dog. Check this out. Right here. Oh my God. Hell yeah, Jake. You get a gold star. So I'm just going to throw a little delay reverb on that last little section so it kind of sprays for eternity because it's just so great. Let's give it some of that, and I'll take the reverb and do the same thing. Let's try it one more time, and then I'm going to go eat some food with my children. Leave me alone. Yes! Let's just go to that reverb and turn up that decay time just a touch. 10 seconds? It's pretty long. Let's make it longer, though. Let's see. Option will increase poo on this situation. Let's try that. Okay, you guys just made this track a million times better. I want to thank Shutter Rhythm for the inspiration, Jake for the straight technical tips, Boodlezoid, just always good vibes in the chat. Everyone coming through, so good. That spectral resonator really came through. You know, I was like getting lost in the fucking bouncy balls over here, but it's true that the harmony from the spectral resonator, that vocoder vibe, and instead of worrying about sidechaining it with MIDI, we just automated the right notes and that dun, 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 it's just like so great. Some orchestral space drugs we just took. The best druggage. But that was great. I want to thank everyone for the love and the Slam Academy support. I want to let everyone know quick that only once every 3 months we start a new 6-month Ableton course, and we have one starting in 2 weeks. So if anyone out there wants to participate in Slam Academy and really learn how to bang the box like this, you're going to want to join our Ableton program that starts in a couple of weeks. It's Thursday nights from 7 to 10 p.m. Central, and you could be with me as your instructor every week for 24 weeks. And by the end of that whole class, you'd be playing gigs with your own original tracks. So please be a part of my life if you are not already. And for those of you in the chat who already are a part of my life, please be more a part of my life. So my email address is jp@Slam Academy. This is the Daily Shred. And I just, if it was up to me, we would hang out like this every day. And I do make music every day, but it's not always with you in the chat. You folks, you are wonderful. Thank you for the kind words to everyone who's being so sweet out there. And come back Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central, Daily Shred. Email me, jp@Slam Academy. Show me your works in progress. I'll give you some feedback. I'll be nice. And then stay tuned too. If you're buying the digital tracks, Legwork Music is releasing this. It's a 4-track techno EP. This is the most housey one on the record. But I'm glad I got to work on it with you guys. You'll have the tune and you'll be able to DJ it. And remember that you helped me make the breakdown so much cooler. So fuck yeah to you guys. And I don't know, just thanks for being rad. So have a great weekend, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. All right. Peace.
Slim Academy is the best place to learn how to create your own sound with Ableton Live 11. With more certified trainers than anywhere else and the lowest monthly subscription price ever, there's never been a better time to master the art of making music. Click this ad to visit our YouTube channel and get started today.